Welcome back to Dark Souls.
So are we ever going to use fecal expulsion on something?
No, I just wanted to try it out, see what it looked like. Turns out spitting up poop is kind of gross.
Only kinda.
Kinda, yeah. That, by the way, is an NPC from Dark Souls 2.
What the hell's he doing here?
Don't know, but that's Laddersmith Gilligan. He sells you ladders, as you might imagine.
Laddersmith Gilligan. Was he trapped on an island when you found him by any chance?
No, he was trapped in a poisonous tower.
Oh. That's kind of... Whoop! Down you go.
Thank God for the Silver Cat ring, because that could have been painful. So the Profaned capital is actually an area that's basically split into two parts. There's the part with the boss, and there's the part with the stuff.
Is the part with the stuff worth it?
We have to go there to rescue Sieg.
Oh, yep, it's worth it. Alright, let's roll.
Now, before we go down there, there's about to be a Yep, there he is.
Didn't realize that was a gargoyle at first. I thought it was just something jumping up from down there.
The gargoyles aren't that dangerous here, but there is an area later on in the LP where we will have to fight them in enclosed spaces. Or not enclosed, but in close spaces.
So they probably hit like a truck, don't they? They look like tough bastards.
They really hurt. So, do you see that dark spot in front of that crystal lizard corpse?
Not ready. Oh, yep, now I do.
That is a pit.
You can jump over it. You can jump.
I don't think we can jump that far. This is a small maze where we basically have to take the longest way around possible. We could actually go up there, but there's no need to.
So a fucking tiny maze. God damn.
If you fall in the pit, you fall into a toxic swamp.
Now, could you use it as a shortcut?
It's not really a shortcut so much as a, oh shit, I'm fucked cut.
Ah.
Because it's full of these assholes.
You probably can't get to safe ground quick enough to avoid toxic, can you?
Maybe.
Boy, when you made that cut there, I thought something was sneaking up on you from that side.
No, I cut out about 3 or 4 minutes of just shooting at these things. A lot of them are dead now, but there's still some that aren't. So I'm going to put on the thing that gets rid of toxic. Because we're going to be needing one or two of those.
Don't we have some sort of ring that does something that gets toxic?
We have a shield which we're about to put on that makes toxic less likely to show up.
That's right. I knew we had some sort of item.
I think we also do have a ring that makes toxic less likely to occur as well. But that's kind of overkill at that point. The shield is more than enough for anything you have to do with poison. Our friend is stuck again. I've been having a lot of trouble with summons this series, and I don't know why.
Another reason why this place is an absolute shithole.
So if we fell down in the maze, we would fall down in that cave in there.
Oh, and that's pretty far.
Once we walk in there, we're going to have to use a blooming purple moss clump.
Well, at least they gave you one earlier.
I think they gave you 3 or 4, actually.
Yeah, that's...
And just as an extra... Go ahead.
That's just oddly generous, and... You know, already a little wary when a game's generous like that, much less a Dark Souls game.
Dark Souls, if nothing else, is fair, and even though it does throw a toxic swamp at you, it gives you a way to avoid the toxic damage.
Doesn't give you a way to check to see if they're mimics. Besides shooting.
You have to assume it's a... You basically have to assume it's a mimic. How was that for timing?
I was looking, I'm like, dude, you gotta use your moss clump. Use your moss clump!
We are good now.
Never have to go there again?
Nope.
Yay!
And there are a couple of islands here, so we're actually pretty safe from the toxic. We actually don't necessarily need the spider shield anymore, but I'm going to keep it equipped.
I'm sure this area would be a lot more dangerous, though, if you didn't have the gun.
Don't forget these centipedes deal toxic damage.
Oh, yeah, that'd be even worse. Then, god damn, this whole place sucks.
It really does. Now, are you ready to see one of the more interesting enemy designs in the series?
Better than dragon asses?
How do you feel about hand hippos?
Well, I think I see what a thing ends up evolving into.
Congratulations, your thing has evolved into a monstrosity. Alright, we're going to bring Ferald out, because Ferald can actually attack.
Be useful.
I may as well go through this area without a summon at all, because they're not doing anything.
That's so weird, it's just...
I don't know why they bugged out.
Now, I see you picked up a Mask of Sin, and it kinda looked like one of those hand things.
You might be able to turn into one of those things. I don't actually know what that does. It either lets you turn into it, or it's a head ornament of their hand.
Either way, God, I hope we wear it.
I can make that happen.
Yeah, because this costume, not doing it for me.
So right now on the list, we have the Bloodborne outfit and the Mask of Sin. Ferald will eventually catch up.
I've seen him in action before, alright? He's pretty good with ladders.
Yeah, he is.
He can even climb when they're not there. Like, he is just fucking skilled. He is a ladder man.
So, before we go to the left, let's go in here.
Can't help but notice you shot that thing right in the ass. Like, it's laying there having a nap, and you just put a bullet in its bunghole.
I would rather do that than deal with them.
And then you pick up a dung pie. You literally shot the shit out of it.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I'm trying to think of a joke involving the word turd that's not just me saying turd, but here we are. Turd.
Oop.
Faces. Another dung pie, alright.
So that's the shortcut back to the bonfire.
Alright, I was expecting you were going to have to do precision platforming and jump on the top of each of those pillars.
Thank God, no. Also, I missed that item there. I'm never going to come back for it. Don't care what it is.
You know what? That's fair.
So, we're going to have to go on this roof over here. And we'll point out in just a second. Once we kill this guy. Because he's kind of dangerous. Do you see that hole over there? And that across the way?
Yes. Yeah, I see that now.
That is where Sieg's cell is.
Oh, so we got to get over to the hole.
We actually do have to do some platforming to get over there.
Is that the key Sieg needs?
No, that's not the key to Sieg's cell, unfortunately. We're going to have to go get that, but it's just up here. Now, this is kind of a dick move, but I don't think they're aggressive, but look here in just a second. That's empty, right?
I thought so. Like, but they're not aggressive or anything, right?
I have no idea. I've always just killed them because I accidentally found it my first time. That, by the way, is that rat pit that I kept skipping over killing all the rats in. We are directly above Sieg's cell.
Too bad we can't just... Oh.
And there's his key.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said it's basically directly above his cell.
And it was kind of discarded there in the corner, so he was put in that cell to rot.
Do we ever get any idea who put him in there, why he's there?
No, I guess he must have come across a jailer and screwed up. And by the way, this is why we had to do things in a very specific order. Because if we had done things any other way, once we let Sieg out of his cell, he would not go to fulfill his duty and attack Yorm. He would either die in his cell or he would just fuck off.
How are you supposed to know any of this? Like, seriously.
Trial and error, I guess.
My liberation with the
But we're gonna free him. Because Sieg is our bro.
You are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior.
I found a ham and cheese sandwich in here, and I just kind of walked in and the door shut.
That's probably true.
Token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
You got a half-eaten salami sandwich. Oh, Titanite slab.
No, please.
A Titanite slab will take a weapon to +10. It caps a weapon out before you overmax it.
And
Ooh.
duty to fulfill. Very soon.
They're not exactly rare in this game.
Oh, that's a little less impressive then.
And the gold serpent ring, the gold serpent ring makes rare items more likely to show up. But this is supposedly the real reward for getting Sieg early, the Storm Ruler.
That's kind of cool.
I'm trying to figure out how to use it.
All right.
That uses most of our stamina bar, and it deals, according to the Cinders wiki, 3% of the boss's HP.
Oh.
Do you know what also deals 3% of the boss's HP?
Every bullet you fire?
Yeah. Storm Ruler is there in the base game. It's supposedly the best way to kill Yorm as a melee character. It's just not worth it. And there's a bonfire up here.
I'm still kind of bummed out about the sword because I'm like, wow, that looks really cool. 3% of HP. Oh.
I think it was drastically cut down in Cinders because I believe it deals a lot more than that in the base game.
God, I hope so.
In the base game, it's also found in the boss's chamber.
Oh, well.
Because it's a callback to Demon Souls, where you had to use the Storm Ruler to take out the Storm King.
So when is Demon Souls going to have a gun mod?
I don't think it's ever going to, because that would require it to come to PC first. And that's a Sony exclusive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, always has been a PlayStation exclusive. That's why this is Dark Souls 3 and not Demon Souls 4. So let's go to Firelink. Because we have some stuff to do here. So now we're getting about 3 points of damage per level we put into strength. That's not bad.
After the last boost we had, 3's less than impressive anymore.
And giving this guy coals will let us get more infinite use items.
Oh, we're up to a +8 on our Estus flask.
So now we can get infinite use fire bombs, poop, and summoning skulls.
Wow, how many? Gracious, passing fine ash thou let thee. I only hope the gracious let I
Now, these are actually some useful ashes, because we've gone most of this LP. In fact, I think we've gone for the majority of this LP without getting new bolts for our gun.
Oh!
Those 2 ashes give us the majority of the bolts in the game.
Ashen 1.
So now we can hit every elemental weakness. We can deal frost damage, fire damage, electric damage, dark damage, light damage.
I'm guessing you're going to be making good use of all those.
Maybe.
Well, this inscription, fascinating.
The one I'm probably going to use more than any other is... There's a bolt called Splintering Bolts, which deal bleed damage.
Do not be gone. What?
I could see that being useful.
They don't fly very far, but when you shoot them, it's like a shotgun going off.
A masterful sorcerer, long missed in Minheim.
So I'm sure you can imagine a use case for those in full auto.
Hey, you get up in a boss's grill and just, go hog wild.
Bleed it to death.
Worked in the stick of truth.
There you are. As I said, now, the only thing that might although my that wouldn't You're a wicked one, aren't you?
I apologize if anybody wants to listen. I am an incredibly impatient person, and I do not have the patience to listen to NPCs prattle on.
Oh, I'm the same way. Like, if they're talking, hey, I got a text box and I could read it, I'll just start skipping ahead.
Same. Very much same.
Let it be.
And she just keeps talking.
I wouldn't go near. And casters of mirrors, so don't.
The deep tomes, the deep braille tomes, are the ones that would corrupt Irina if we gave them to her.
Oh.
But Carla's already corrupt.
But yes.
Alright, what are we gonna offer her?
So we can get the set she's wearing, we can get a good hex casting staff, and she also sells a bunch of really useful hexes.
Do stay.
Yeah, but when we have dark bullets, do we really need those sorceries?
We do not. Because at that point we're basically just casting Stark Bullet with our gun.
Do stay safe.
But if you were a dedicated hexer, or a faith build, or a pyromancer even, you might want to look into some of those hexes.
Okay, so are we gonna upgrade our gun again since we got that fancy slab?
The slab would not give our gun any benefit, unfortunately.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Our gun is already in the stages of overmaxing, so we would need just more primordial stuff.
Alright, it's gonna be a while before... Hey, Solaire's back!
Yeah, it'll be a while before we do it. I think it depends on how I feel. After I've finished the base game, I might spend some time, off-screen grinding up a bunch of primordial fragments, which is just me. By the way, we're casting electric now.
I saw that you had lightning bolts.
That's a good joke, by the way, lightning bolt.
I thought it was a silly pun, and I appreciated it.
What I'm probably going to do after I finish the base game, which is, the final boss and everything. Because once we kill the final boss, we don't necessarily go straight to the ending.
Okay. Oh, hey, Gargoyle.
So what I'm thinking is, after I do all that, before I start the DLC, I'm going to spend some time... That was very loud. I'm going to spend some time grinding bosses, I'll just use some souls, buy some boss resummons, go through, and get a bunch of primordial fragments, supermax my shotgun, supermax the gun after that, and supermax some rings.
Oh, you can upgrade rings, too?
Yeah, you can make rings go from +0 to +5. And there is a ring that we will get in a couple of videos time. I don't know exactly when, but it's coming up soon. But it gives you bonuses to vitality, vigor, and endurance. So that's health, and stamina, and carry weight. And if you turn it into +5, you get like 30 extra for each stat for free in a ring slot.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How many rings can you wear at once?
2, I think. Maybe 4. I think it's 4.
You got, 10 fingers.
I'm also definitely going to be upgrading our Chloranthy ring to +5, because that Chloranthy ring directly influences how much stamina we get, how fast our stamina recovers. And +5 is really important.
Now, are there any rings that let you, drain health with your attacks?
There are some rings that, on kill, give you health back. They're not as useful as they sound, though.
Oh, that's kind of lame. Because that seems like...
By the way, Go ahead.
I was going to say, that seems like it could make you a long way towards making you extremely hard to kill.
Like, it's dependent on killing enemies, though. If it was actual vampirism, like, health on hit, that would be a whole different story. Now, there is a shield that recovers health slowly over time. We actually picked it up a while ago.
That could be handy.
It could, but I prefer the one that we have equipped right now, which I might have changed that from the Grass Crest shield. I think the one I have now gives 10% extra souls.
Well, I could have, yeah, that'd be good too.
So this is the bridge I mentioned in the last video.
With the gargoyles and the fuckery? Yep, with the gargoyle and the fuckery. Well, I feel like the camera could have been a little more helpful there. Because it was either inside the gargoyle or right in the crotch.
By the way, look how much health we were down to. About 10%.
I was actually wondering if you're going to get killed there.
No, that's not the last gargoyle we're going to be fighting either. There's still more. Those gargoyles aren't down here in vanilla, I'm pretty sure. Because in vanilla, they're only on top of the Grand Archives.
Oh, those were Oni Slayer arrows you picked up just a second ago, weren't they?
Yeah. Oni Slayer great arrows, I think.
Okay,
I really wish the gun... Go ahead.
Oh, because I was going to say, when they popped up, I thought they said Onion Slayer.
The equivalent of that for the crossbow would be Dragon Slayer arrows, or bolts. Those have the highest damage in the game, but they don't fly as far as the sniper bolts, and they don't pierce shields.
But you can swap bolts on the fly, though, can't you?
You can have 2 equipped, but yes. Right now I have the sniper bolts and the lightning bolts. Because Yorm is supposedly weak, not weak, but less resistant to lightning.
Boy, he's starting to sound like a Shin Megami Tensei boss. Like, he's not weak to this, but it affects him more than anything else.
Supposedly in the base game he is weak to it, but I think Cinders influenced, or not influenced, but changed what his weaknesses are. So he takes slightly more damage from lightning.
So now those explosive bolts, do they do fire damage or anything, or they just explode?
They deal fire damage, yes.
Alright, and then we have fire bolts now, too, that deal more fire damage?
A little bit more, yeah. But explosive bolts also hit in an area. Also, to be fair, I think we've had fire bolts for most of the game. I just haven't wanted to use them.
Oh, okay. Because I pretty much knew we had the sniper bolts and the exploding ones.
I don't think I've actually changed bolts the entire time you've been recording commentary with me. So, okay. This is a bit lore time. Every time Every time someone successfully links the flame. Aselair, welcome back.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
So every time someone links the flame, they burn. That's just what happens.
Right, okay.
But so far, only humans have successfully linked the flame. It's fed by humans, basically, right?
Right.
Yorm isn't a human. Yorm is a giant.
Oh, and giants just aren't really big humans then.
Yorm linked the flame, but Yorm didn't burn. So who burned?
Somebody else?
Look at the floor.
Well, was it everybody that lived here?
Everybody in Yorm's kingdom burned.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
So the question I'm wondering, and this actually isn't covered by the lore, if the flame is kindled bright with one human soul, what happens when hundreds or thousands of humans get burned?
That's how you get a new sun.
There's Yorm's armor. I missed Solaire so much.
It's nice to have him back.
Even he didn't want to get involved with the dungeon. He's like, call me when you're going somewhere that's actually worthwhile.
No, I'm just gonna sit on the couch and... No.
Yeah, look at all the different humans down here. Like, how many were here waiting for Yorm to do it?
Now, you said Yorm was a giant. Are giants separate from humans?
Yes. Giants especially are a big part of Dark Souls 2. What was the lore? In Dark Souls 2, the king Vendrick led a huge army against the giants because Vendrick is an asshole. And so he brought the war to them. He slaughtered them. And by the time Dark Souls 2 comes around, you can count the number of living giants on one hand.
And I'm sure you kill most of those during Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. In fact, the very first boss of Dark Souls 2, the one you're supposed to do first, is called the Last Giant.
Oh yeah, he's a big old foot.
You've seen someone fight him then.
I think Evie and I fought that boss.
Now this is a model fuck-up. That's supposed to be Sieg.
Yorm, old friend. I, Siegfried of the Knights of Katarina, have come to uphold my promise.
I am here to wreck your shit.
Shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
So I died the first time.
I was wondering why your clothes are different.
And there's a bloodstain there with 70-some thousand souls. Yeah, we are chunking Yorm's health.
It looks like he could do the same to us, so I think that makes it fair.
Oh yeah, if we get hit, we lose a lot of health. And don't forget, we have been putting points into health specifically. We have a lot of health at this point in the game.
Oh, now he's on fire.
Yeah. All the Lords of Cinder catch fire halfway through.
I'm surprised you did not get hit by any of that.
I am too.
So now I'm assuming when they're burning, they do more damage and...
Did you hear that?
Yeah?
Solaire got a critical hit on Yorm.
Yeah, he's happy to be back. Alright, Sieg, you take it easy.
And we got a primordial fragment. Just before Yorn died, he used the boulder attack.
Oh, I was kind of wondering what was happening there.
But we won. Let's toast to victory.
It seems I'm in your debt once again.
It's cool, bro.
I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast.
Now he's making it sound like he's gonna die when you're done.
This is the end of his quest line.
Long may the sun shine. Well, the only thing to do, really. You are a true friend.
You're gonna lay in here with the burnt corpses and the dead giant and just have a little nappy poo.
So let's actually properly toast Sieg, for once.
Do we ever see him again?
Well, the only thing. You are.
So let's loot the area.
Alright. Had a toast with a bro, killed a giant, gonna do some looting.
We have 2 of the 4 Lords of Cinder down, and we're going to be heading in the next series of videos up to the next Lord of Cinder. We are making really good progress through the game.
So is the next area a shithole as well?
No, the next area is the top part of Irithyll.
Okay. Alright, cool. You seem a little lost, like you're not sure what you're doing. Is, what happened to Sieg? Dubs?
He died.
He died?
He died.
How'd he die?
He finished his duty, so he died.
Oh, that fucking
That
sucks.
was the good ending.
What was the bad ending?
He rots forever in a prison cell.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did just get him. You know what? Good for Sieg. I'm glad we could help him.
He went out on top.
I got a feeling
Took
Sieg
down
liked
his
being
old
on
friend.
top.
Sorry?
I got a feeling Sieg probably liked being on top.
Probably. He took down his old friend. He was victorious, excuse me. And he was there with his friend. What more could you ask for?
Well, so next time, top of Izalith? Or is
Top of
Iriel?
Irithyll.
Irithyll. You know what? I remembered a location name. Let's just call that a victory.
The top of Irithyll, yes. The next Lord of Cinder, Aldrich the Devourer, awaits.
Oh joy.
Aldrich the Devourer was one that gave me a lot of trouble the very first time I played the game. He stalled my progress for 9 days.
9? Holy shit.
It turns out Aldrich is extremely resistant to sorcery, and guess what my primary damage type was?
Oh, I'm gonna guess you were probably a sorcerer of some sort.
Oh yeah.
Well, thankfully, gun is not a type of sorcery.
I can cast sorcery bolts, but I can also cast sniper bolt. Now, that's not to say Aldrich still isn't dangerous. Aldrich is incredibly fucking dangerous. And if we're not careful, he will shred our health like nobody's business.
But you're careful, right?
Don't know yet, I haven't recorded that yet.
Oh, well.
I'm going to assume yes, because I've killed him several times with a gun now. And if we were doing a different path, we would actually fight Aldrich twice. Because, don't forget, Henri's quest was to kill Aldrich.
Oh yeah, we can have Henri along then?
No.
Oh, well. Yep. Whatever.
Unfortunately for the Lord of Hollows ending, Henri cannot meet Aldrich.
Okay. Alright, whatever.
Yeah. The good news is we are actually quickly approaching the end game.
Already?
After this, we're going to have after Aldrich, we'll have 3 of the 4 Lords of Cinder down. And then it's just through 2 areas. Technically 4, if we're doing optional. Then we will have killed the 4th Lord of Cinder, and the final boss will be open.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
I'm not sure when, but I would actually estimate Irithyll was the halfway point, and now we're just sledding downhill quickly.
Cool.
Yeah, we're doing good. As evidenced by Sieg's quest ending.
You know what? I'm glad he got a good ending.
The best ending he could have gotten. It was a lot better than his Dark Souls 1 quest, where the best ending for him was for his daughter to mercy kill him.
Ooh, that's a little rough.
Yeah, it's actually implied that's not the first time she's done it.
But nobody has a good life in this game, huh?
No, Dark Souls is a shitty world. But next time, Aldrich the Devourer and Upper Irithyll. Don't miss it, folks.
Can't wait to be there.